Starcrash 2, the second chapter in the Italian Star Wars knockoff saga. This one's kinda like The Empire Strikes Back, in that right after you watch it, it makes The Phantom Menace look like The Empire Strikes Back. So, as you may have guessed, Starcrash 2 is a sequel to the Italian-produced Star Wars cash-in Starcrash. And when I say it's a sequel, I mean that it's totally not a sequel. Yep, this is another one of those movies that seemingly has a different title depending on what time zone you're in. The most common title is Escape from Galaxy 3, and before you ask, no, there is no Escape from Galaxy 1 and 2. It's also known as Star Lovers, Space Trap, Erotic Games in the Third Galaxy, and Bay of Blood, I'm assuming. But in some parts of the world, it was released under the title of Starcrash 2, proving that even knockoffs can get to be franchises, whether it makes any sense or not. Well, at least the movie has the decency to show us the only reason it's called Starcrash 2 right away, namely the fact that it uses stock footage from the first movie, which means that this movie is a sequel to Starcrash the same way Jaws 5 is a sequel to The Last Shark. Now would normally be the time where I summarize what the plot is, but why would I do that when I could just let the characters do it for me?
In our galaxy, I've always reigned defending peace and justice. But Oriclon, the powerful king of the night, wants to take over my kingdom and territories.
Everybody got that?
This movie may have stock footage from Starcrash, but one thing the filmmakers couldn't get is Caroline Munro. So instead of Stella Star, we have Belle Star. And from the looks of it, she only remembered to bring half her costume. Well, I guess this means I can't play Warrior of Love. Ah, what the hell, let's give it a shot.
I'm a warrior of love. Yes, I am. I'm coming to get you. I'm a warrior of love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm coming to get you.
It's just not the same. Also with her is Lithin, who's going to be our Acton stand-in for the movie. Yeah, that's a pretty good perm, but it's got nothing on Marjo Gortner's mighty curls of doom. Oh, right, there's an invasion or something?
I herewith declare a state of emergency. Everyone to his post.
Now leave me while I play my royal air hockey table. I don't know why everybody's worried about Oriclon, since apparently he's George Clinton. He's just bringing the mothership down to their planet to make sure they got the funk. Also, for a guy called the King of the Night, he's pretty colorful.
Jamal! Yes, my lord.
Oh, well, it's good to know Rob Ford found a new job after being mayor of Toronto. They even got him an outfit that matches the color of his face. Negotiations appear to have failed, which means it's war.
Jamal!
Yes, sir.
Prepare for attack.
Commence Operation Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay. You know, I really gotta question the movie's logic here. If you're gonna take footage from another movie, why not just go the Turkish Star Wars route and use footage from the actual Star Wars? This is like making a movie about a giant gorilla and using footage from Ape. Also, I lied earlier when I said the special effects footage was the only thing this movie had in common with the first Starcrash. It also has an intense love of made-up techno-babble words.
Have you activated the anti-gravity systems?
We'll throw up a shield of mega rays.
Prepare the uranium vapor rockets.
Turn on the laser barrier.
Use the hypersolar missile systems!
Now activate the techno-babbleizer and fire up the bullshitatron! It's also a bit of a problem when you never establish who is who in your space battle. I'm assuming the hand spaceship is Oriclon's just because it was the bad guys in the first Starcrash, but I'm really just guessing here. Boy, the only thing this space battle is missing is some Jake Lloyd dialogue. Oriclon wins the battle, I guess, so the king sends Bell and Lithin to get some help. Let's hope they don't have any trouble.
The hydrogen booster units are already at 6,000 megadegrees.
Well, you could try reversing the polarity. That usually fixes made-up shit. Well, with these two on the case, I'm sure everything will be just fine. Or not. Oh, damn it, you two, quit watching Starcrash and focus here! And was the technical consultant for this movie my 4-year-old nephew? How were lasers able to only hit the inside of things? They should both be dead of explosive decompression right now.
The left quadrant indicates we're off course.
Right, the computer is already handling that. We're protected by the Omega unit.
So that's good then, I take it?
How did they manage to disappear like that?
The
Cosmic radar scanning rays can no longer pick up their signal.
Okay, seriously, you don't need a bullshit technobabble explanation for every plot point. Just say you can't find them. Okay, so it looks like they started the movie with the climax. Where exactly do we go from here?
We're getting nearer and nearer to a heliocentric point.
What solar system is it?
It's impossible to calculate for sure.
What, did you run out of random science words there, Lithin? Bell and Lithin find a mysterious planet and decide to head there for repairs. And can you guess what planet it is? Here's a hint. It was Earth all along! Oh, well that explains it. These two were really aliens. No wonder half the stuff they say doesn't make any sense. And by the looks of it, they've landed on Earth during whatever costumes the producers could find lying around times. Bell and Lithin decide to take a walk around the planet until they start getting stoned, which is what I wish I was right now.
No! Don't shoot. They're only frightened.
Don't worry. I won't kill anyone.
Yeah, I'll just fire some friendly warning shots a few inches away from them. Well, I think you can predict the outcome from here.
Run away! Run away! Run away!
Well, that's not exactly what you'd call a warm welcome.
No. Somehow we must make them understand that we come in peace.
Well, for starters, you could try not shooting at them. And I'm still confused as to exactly when and where on Earth they are. At what point in human history did people live in colorful little cupcake huts? Looks like it's time for Bell and Lithin to learn more about the local population.
What kind of a planet have we landed on?
Evidently, these people are 20 or 30,000 years behind our times.
30,000 years? Damn, they probably haven't even discovered star pasties yet. Of course, it could be worse. They could be as clueless and ignorant as these two are.
What is that stuff?
It's water. I once saw some in my father's collection of intergalactic minerals.
What do you use it for?
Wait, so they don't have water where they come from? Good God, the two of them must smell terrible. And that's not all they don't know about.
Maybe it's their way of talking with each other or communicating.
Okay, so apparently they have no idea what kissing is. Although considering they probably also don't know what brushing their teeth is, that's understandable.
Why don't we try it too?
I've used worse pickup lines. And ladies, isn't it awkward when you realize the man you're making out with is wearing more eyeshadow than you are? Bell and Lithin are about to discover what second base is when suddenly they get captured. Damn, if only they had some sort of advanced weaponry that could get them out of this situation.
Here we are, prisoners of these primitive people. Let me use my beta ray. We could blast our way out of here in seconds.
No, use the VHS ray. It's much more popular. Things look bad for Bell and Lithin. You know, if you ignore the fact that they could totally escape whenever the hell they want. Fortunately, they get a chance to redeem themselves when Zsa Zsa almost loses her baby Moses.
Help! Somebody do something! Oh, please! Oh, you're alive!
Well, I'll give them this. Lithin's a lot more graceful than some other Italian superheroes.
Pooh, my man, he flies like a moron. Dun. He has the power to rear project major cities.
How much longer are we going to put up with this?
Evidently, they don't know what psychoenergetic force is.
Well, of course they don't know what that is. You clearly just made it up. Oh, and remember the beginning of the movie where they had space battles and action and stuff? Well, forget all that, because the rest of the movie is pretty much just Bell and Lithin dicking around with the local population and revealing that they're too dumb to live. At this point, I think even the soundtrack is laughing at this movie.
What kind of a horrible monster is that?
That's a water buffalo.
I didn't add that in. A synthesizer just wah-wah'd this movie. It's funny because they don't know things. These two may not know much about Earth, but they do show the locals some of their futuristic science, like their total mastery of jump cut technology. Oop, better stop talking. Looks like Bell's busy shooting a shampoo commercial. And thanks to this guy, Bell's about to find out what peeping toms are. I said earlier that one of the alternate titles for this movie was Erotic Games in the Third Galaxy, so I guess we're gonna need some justification for that. Wow, the only thing this love scene is missing is an Irish Spring logo in the corner.
Then he started fondling me all over my body until he climbed up on top of me. And it was fantastic. You must try it.
Yeah, you know what? You need to have sex with him too, Lithin. Here, I'll go get him.
Here, give me your hand. Don't you feel anything inside? Anything at all?
Wait, I think my perm's starting to tingle. Well, maybe Belle's just not Lithin's type.
Can you help me, please? Do you fancy him? I do. He's nice. Yes. Because he wants you.
Dude, her boyfriend's right there.
Would you like to have me?
Sure, yes.
Damn, alien chicks are easy. That Gina Davis movie was full of shit. And are they both gonna do it right in front of each other?
Lithin! Relax and watch how we do it.
Okay, lady, a day ago he didn't even know what kissing was, and now he's having a threesome. He's gonna be a little nervous here. Belle and Lithin may not know what love is, but apparently the local population is terrified by the sight of day for night filters.
It's Oriclon.
How can we leave? We haven't repaired the navigational system yet.
Been too busy getting laid, have you? I'm actually glad Oriclon's back to funk up this movie. I hope when he invades Earth he tears the roof off the sucker.
It's the planet Earth. Of course we're getting radiation. They destroyed themselves in an atomic war.
Wait, so this is Earth in the future then? Well, that explains the fancy huts. Clearly Fabergé eggs were the only thing to survive the nuclear holocaust, and everyone just thought that they were model houses. I will admit that I'm still confused as to how these two have no idea what sex is, even though they both seem to be biologically capable of it.
My father also said that the people who've tasted the joys of life lose their gift of immortality.
We aren't immortal anymore?
Does it matter?
Hell yeah, it matters! This means I'm gonna die, and technically I'm still a virgin! Also, shouldn't you two be worrying more about Oriclon at this point?
If we activate any energy source, Oriclon will pinpoint our location immediately.
Okay. What do we do then?
I think we'd better get back to the village.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that scene, because that's basically the last hour of this movie in a nutshell. Oh no! Something bad might happen. We should really do something. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's not. Anything else exciting happening? No one will be seated during the thrilling showing every step of them going back to the village scene. On the plus side, it's good to know that interpretive disco managed to survive the nuclear holocaust. Damn, if this music gets any funkier, a pterodactyl's gonna start attacking them. Hey, now there's a good way to teach Belle and Lithin what love is. Just get them drunk. But hang on, there's some more important things they need to teach them first.
Bite it, like this.
That's right, everybody. Lithin doesn't know what eating is. I can't say I really blame him, though. His head is probably so full of technobabble bullshit words, there's no room for things like basic human functions. Well, congratulations, Lithin. Next we'll show you how breathing works. Holy shit, it's supposed to be nighttime and they actually shot it at nighttime. Something really special must be happening.
According to our custom, the boy who wins the contest will choose the companion he most desires, and together they will pass a night of love.
Pass a night of love? Good God, are you talking about passion or a kidney stone?
How many? The best man win.
You would think that that would imply something exciting like combat, but screw that, we got more dancing to get to. Wow, now the music reminds me of the time my Atari tried to start its own circus. And what the hell, is that Dildano?
I'm Dildano, head of the revolutionary forces.
Great, so in less than an hour, this movie's reminded me of both Starcrash and Barbarella. Both cheesy sci-fi movies that I would much rather be watching than this one. Dildano wins the contest and chooses Belle to pass a night of love with. He was hoping that this time he gets more than just a hand job. But eventually, Belle and Lithin realize that they've loved each other this whole time, even though both of them had no idea what love was until a couple days ago. So you're just gonna go with him then, huh? Okay, well, I guess I'll just stand here. Oh, hey, is it cool if I watch? I can understand why these two are in the mood. After all, it's such a lovely day for night. Holy shit, everybody panic! Something's actually happening!
Ceasefire! Enough of this playing around. Destroy the whole planet!
Okay, so don't cease fire then?
Destroy the whole planet!
We only shipped one Force 10 Mega Ray, my lord, and we used it against Ixalan.
So we will be patient. We'll hover in space above this point and wait.
You've been waiting the entire movie! Activate the Orgon Accelerator, fire the Type 3 Magna rockets, or just make up whatever bullshit you want! Just do something! Not wanting to be destroyed or bored to death by Oriclon, the locals decide to give these two an ultimatum.
We were happy to accept you as our friends. But since you've been with us, so many strange things have happened that my people have turned against you.
Oh really? Because it seems to me that ever since they got here, a couple stupid things, but mostly a whole lot of nothing has happened. I know that's why I've turned against them.
And I am obliged to ask you to return to wherever you came from.
We don't want to involve you in our battle with the King of the Night. If we go now, he'll follow us and leave you alone.
So then leave. That's what they're asking you to do. Why are you even arguing about this?
Once we've left, you won't be in any danger, so let us go.
No, never. Tie them up!
What? So now they want them to stay? Make up your fucking minds already! What? They're firing lasers directly from their hands now? If they could do that, then why the hell were they using guns earlier? You know what? Screw their hands. They might as well be pulling these lasers right out of their ass. Okay, so you escaped. Now you just need to make it to your ship. Almost there. Just gotta make sure we show every single fucking step along the way. Wouldn't want to do anything stupid, like just cutting to them in their ship or something. Okay, and they're there. But do they make it up all the steps? And yes, they do. Well, you've got an evil villain bent on galactic domination after you, so naturally, this is the perfect time to get it on.
The touch of love, then maybe I will walk into a brand new day.
This romantic ballad would be a lot better if it was about the last dinosaur. Also, I think Bell and Lithin just created their own webcam show.
What are they doing?
Well, it appears that Lithin's attempting re-entry. Speaking of which, how are these two doing?
After thousands of years, our sexual powers have come back to life, and we haven't suffered any harm.
Yeah, that's what you think. You're both now infected with space herpes. And if Ice Pirates is any indication, that is pretty serious. Oh, that reminds me. Review Ice Pirates. Oriclon captures Bell and Lithin, because I think at this point even he was tired of nothing happening in this movie.
Originally, I planned to kill you.
But then the screenwriter went to get some more beer and forgot he wrote that. So just what are you gonna do with them?
As for your courageous captain, he is condemned to forced labor for the rest of his cosmic life.
Okay, you don't need to add random space words in front of everything. If you had just said the rest of his life, I think we would have gotten the idea. I'll bet when Oriclon takes a dump, he calls it a meteor shower. Just how are these two gonna get out of this one? Alright, so that happens, I guess. I should have known they'd defeat the villain by activating the ass Pullatron. And so Oriclon is defeated and the day is saved. Because apparently he didn't bother to post any guards or soldiers on his space station.
What will you do?
Where will you go?
We want to return to the planet where we learn to be happy.
Oh, so you want to return to the village on Earth, huh? Well, that's probably not going to go too well, considering the last thing you did before leaving was try to kill them. Oops, my mistake. They're actually happy to see them. I guess they weren't paying attention to this movie either. So that's Starcrash 2, a movie that proves that sequels are rarely as good as the original, even when they're not actually sequels. Listen, Starcrash may have been a silly movie, but at least things happened in it. There was a sense of childlike energy to it that made it fun and entertaining as well as cheesy and ridiculous. This movie is closer to something like Bigfoot or Ape. It's a movie that teases giving you some sleazy exploitation movie kicks, but it's mostly just dull and boring. Not to mention all three of those movies seem to have a fetish for showing people walk for way too fucking long. To sum up, Starcrash 2 is like a lot of movie sequels. It may have some superficial elements of the first movie, but the charm is gone. So if you're in the mood for a cheesy space movie, stick with the first one. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.
Cryptic idiots! Imbeciles!